Hello, friends. Today I want to share with you a beautiful quote, a profound quote, a quote that can really summarize one of the greatest wisdom of life. So please pay attention. When you see a tree growing and developing, be hopeful of its outcome. It will blossom and bear fruit eventually. If you see dry wood or old trees, there is no hope, whatever of fruitage. So what do we understand here? Why I chose to share this with you at this time of the night? Because progress equals happiness. Progress is everything. If you're just helping yourself to improve 1%, like before going to sleep right now, today, on a Saturday night, after putting my kids to bed, my wife is having a moment with her family and we're going to see each other in a few minutes. I'm recording this video because I just did my examen de conscience. So I just brought myself to account from my day. So I wrote everything that I'm proud of my day, the things that I did well, how I treated well everyone that crossed my path, how I treated myself and loved myself well, how I've raised my standard and kept my standard in many areas of life. So I have this list, celebration, yes. And at the same time, I also looked at what could be better tomorrow. Some moments where my patience was not the greatest, or my detachment, or my generosity. And so I identify some things that could be 1% better, maybe tomorrow, maybe another day in the future. But that's what I call bringing myself to account each day. And when I see my business, for example, and I see my business growing, developing, even if it's just a bit, it's not the 1000% that we want in hypergrowth and startup world, but it's growing every year for many years in a row. So then something is right. I can connect to the long-term vision, and that's the vision board of our marriage, for example, and I can be optimistic about it. But it's also very important. Sometimes I visit some companies and I talk to the owners and I see dry wood, I see dead wood. It's not growing for a long time. It's not going to grow anymore. It's dead. Why hold to dead things, Personally, if I was the owner, I would close it and do something alive, something more organic. That's the same for relationships, right? Some relationships are dying. It doesn't mean you should divorce or anything like this, but I've helped many people turn around their marriages. It's possible. And if your marriage is not growing, it's dying. So it's better to stop and really pay attention to that. For most people, their relationships are dying. They're not growing anymore. So it's so important to be in the right direction. Even if the growth is little by little, it's inch by inch, it's just 1%. That's how I've been living for 19 years, the best year of my life. Because overall, across all my 12 pillars, I'm growing. Not everywhere at the same time in crazy aspect, but I'm growing a little by little. And that's why I have joy and radiance and deep happiness. So that's my message to you. Make sure that you're growing. Make sure that you see the end in the beginning and you can be optimistic about the vision. My vision boards are like crazy. But if you're growing and developing, be hopeful of the outcome. That's the main message. It will blossom and it will bear fruits. That's my promise to you. I love you guys. Thank you for following me. Bless you.